Welcome to the Halting Winter Podcast. I'm Seth Winterhalter, president of Halting Winter Municipal Solutions. This week, inside the Municipal Leadership Development Circle, what we call the MLDC, we're exploring the book Deep Work by Newport. This is a great work for local government leaders heading into a new year, specifically this year, 2026. Before we dive into why this book matters, I want to let you know about something special that's happening right now. I want you to head over to the YouTube page. It's just, I think it's youtube.com/Seth Winterhalter. My name, you can search my name. I'm sure it'll pop up, or search the Halting Winter Podcast as well. The link will be in the show notes. But here's why. I have put up there, a part of the MLDC is also what we call the Leadership and Culture Program. And it's a 9-session program that deals with leadership, well-being, as well as culture. And we just launched the first one of 2026, and I wanted to give that away to anyone who wants to watch it. It's a 60-minute webinar, and the title of this one specifically is Personal Well-Being When Work-Life Balance is BS. If you know me, if you're familiar with me, you know the quintessential keynote I give around the nation at conferences is titled Balance is BS, How to Thrive in the Tension of Municipal Life and Leadership. Well, this one, we tackle personal well-being in the very first one of this year because I think it's that important of a topic. And here's the thing, we've made it available to everyone through the end of the month of January. So go over to the YouTube page, click on it, watch the webinar, and glean from it because, again, I believe you can read all the leadership books. You can read all the books on culture, organizational culture and thriving. But if you are not healthy, that doesn't mean you got to be 100%, but if you're not above 50%, if you don't have anything in the tank, if you're constantly running on the red of almost out of fuel, you are not going to be an effective leader. You are not going to lead an effective culture. And so I want you to care about your personal well-being. So again, go over to the YouTube channel, watch that. And if you're interested in learning more about the MLDC and specifically our leadership and culture program, you can go to haltingwinter.com/MLDC. Again, haltingwinter.com/MLDC to learn more. Okay, let's talk about the book of the week, Deep Work. Here's the question. When was the last time you had 3 uninterrupted hours to actually think strategically? Not 3 hours in your office where there were knocks on the doors, not 3 hours where you had the ding of the emails coming in or the dings of the phone as text messages came in. 3 actual hours of focused, undistracted thinking time. For most local government leaders, the answer is somewhere between, I have no idea, I can't remember, and just simply never. That is the exact problem that Newport is addressing in this book. Newport makes this distinction where he defines deep work as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. This is the work that creates real value. It improves not only your skills and your strengths, but it produces the outcomes that have the most impact. The difference is shallow work. Shallow work are the emails, the meetings, the administrative tasks, the constant interruptions that fill your days, but if we're honest, don't actually move much forward. Newport's central argument, and I think it's a powerful one, he says the ability to perform deep work is becoming increasingly rare at exactly the same time it's becoming so increasingly valuable. Think about what that means for your leadership. While everyone else is drowning in emails and reactive tasks, if you can master sustained focus, you have a massive competitive advantage. And not just a competitive advantage, you have a real opportunity to bring impact. And I think that's what we all want in local government. You're in amazing work, missional, impactful work, and yet we are distracted. We are limiting impact by the distractions that keep us busy and feel important because we're getting a lot done, but it's not actually work that truly matters. Newport offers this formula. If you like math, you're going to love this formula. High quality work equals time spent multiplied by intensity of focus. Again, it's not just time spent, it's the ability to have intense focus, to turn off the distractions, to truly dig down deep into the work. Now, you can't magically create more hours in your day, and let's be honest about your day in local government. You've got budget constraints, council demands, staff needs, community expectations. None of that is going away, but you can dramatically change how intensely you focus during the hours you choose for important work. The challenge is that everything about your work environment is often designed to destroy your ability to focus. Different office layouts, especially kind of the co-sharing open space, doors open, constant emails, multiple phones buzzing, notifications going off, meeting after meeting. The expectation that you'll be immediately responsive to every request. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth that Newport reveals. All of this doesn't just waste your time. It's actually rewiring your brain. When you spend too much time in not only shallow work, but in the environment of shallow work, you permanently reduce your capacity for deep work. Why is this? Because your brain is adapting to constant distraction, and it's feeding itself on constant distraction. Even when you finally get time to think, you've lost then the ability to sustain intense focus. Your brain is looking for easy distractions. That's why we are so addicted to our phones. Now, again, we're not going to get into it. Newport doesn't just diagnose the problem. He provides practical frameworks in the book for creating space for deep works despite all the demands that you face. He goes through different philosophies for how to schedule real focus time and what to do to actually harness that time. He explains how to build rituals to make deep work easier, not harder. He even shows and talks about how to rewire, how to retrain the brain for concentration in a world designed for distraction. That's what we're doing. This week in the MLDC, we dive deep into this. Every day, there's a private podcast for MLDC members. You get a daily podcast. It's always under 5 minutes. You get a daily blog post, easy to read in under 5 minutes, something to chew on to help you with the real challenges that I believe if you learn, if you address, if you assess, you will become more effective and impactful in your work. Here's what is at stake, the work that actually transforms your community. Things like real strategic planning, real innovative problem solving. This work doesn't happen in 15-minute little blocks between your interruptions. It requires sustained concentration, the concentration that Newport describes in what he calls deep work. The most important work that you will accomplish demands your best thinking. It demands focus, and it's a focus that requires a skill that you can develop. If you want to go further and explore these insights with us in this book, Deep Work, I want you to consider joining the MLDC. You can do that at haltingwinter.com/MLDC. Get all the content, get the community. That's the important part, is local government leaders sharpening one another, supporting one another. Subscribe to the podcast, leave us a review so we can help other government leaders find these conversations and use these tools. And I hope to see you inside the MLDC. If a conversation helps, if you go to haltingwinter.com/MLDC, you can even schedule at the very bottom a conversation with me. I'd love to talk to you about it and see how I can be of support and service. Again, this is Seth Winterhalter. This has been the Halting Winter Podcast. If you're a leader in local government, thank you, and keep leading with impact.